Good morning, everyone. It's Rich. Thank you for joining me today for the reading of Our Daily Bread. Today is February 25th, Wednesday. Today's reading is Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 4, then verses 7 and 8, then verses 12 through 17. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Abusing God's name. The vintage photograph from World War II taken outside a town's Nazi headquarters carries a warning for all of us. In the photo, a comfortably dressed woman is crossing the street. A man in a suit walks down the sidewalk, while another has stopped to read a bulletin board on the corner of the building. All seem oblivious to the large banner hanging above the headquarters front door, half as long as the building. It reads, "By resisting the Jew, I fight for the work of the Lord." This kind of treachery is what God had in mind when he commanded, "You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name." This command covers misusing his name when we curse, or when we carelessly shout God's name, when we stub a toe or smash a finger. It also includes perversion, using God's name as cover for evil. We shouldn't assume we're doing God's work simply because others say we are. We must prayerfully check our work with what God reveals in the Bible. How can we know we're serving him? Psalms 119:9 says, "By living according to your word, the God who commands us to always give ourselves fully to the work of the Lord, has told us what that work is in his holy book." 1 Corinthians 15:58. Let's listen to him. What work have you done in the name of God? Well, I don't know if you consider it work, but reading the Bible, reading our daily bread. And how do you know if it was what he wanted? Because, especially the daily bread, I had no idea what I was going to do after I read the Bible. I thought maybe reading a chapter and then doing this, and that was my thought. And the day that I was trying to figure it out, I gave it to God. A friend of mine delivered our daily bread, and I've been reading it ever since. But now let's go to the Bible, Exodus chapter 21 through 4, 7 and 8, and 12 through 17. Give me all right. The Ten Commandments, chapter 20. And God spoke all these words, saying, "I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above." Chapter 7 and 8, or verse 7 and 8. "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." And then verses 12 through 17. "Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. All right, well, yeah. Do not covet your neighbor or anything about your neighbor. All right, just something to think about, y'all. Have a great day and God bless. And always remember, God loves you. And so do I. Bye.